Hey folks, Dave the Pilot here. This is Fast Friday. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry I've been a little absent. I haven't done these in a while. I'm going to make up for it today. I didn't do my Web Wednesday this week. It's been a really crazy week. Doing a lot of different things, wearing a lot of different hats. No pun intended. I got pain on my hands. I had to go stop and do something really quick. Whatever. Things got to get done. It is what it is. But what I want to talk about today is some things that I've been experiencing, some things that I've, with my business, with other businesses that are out there. And we got to get this right. We got to do this the right way. And, and where I'm going with this is, look, everything's expensive right now, right? Food's expensive, inflation's a mess, materials are expensive, everything's really nuts right now, right? So with that being said, you got to understand, if you're getting a service from someone, if you're getting a product for someone, it's costing that business more to do those things because everything is more expensive right now. And I understand everybody wants the cheapest price. Everybody wants to get the best deal. Everybody wants to make sure that they're not getting ripped off. And that's true. And you should do that. And you should make sure that you're not. And you should price things around and look around. But what you don't want to do is go with the cheapest bidder. What you don't want to do is just automatically go with the lowest price. That might look tempting, but I'm telling you right now, you're setting yourself up for failure 9 times out of 10. Yeah, there might be someone out there that can do it impeccably and you're getting a great deal, but usually they're cutting corners. Usually they're not going to do a great job for you. Usually you're getting a product that is not as good of what you wanted to purchase and pay for. You have to understand that going into things. And, I'm just going to use my business for an example here. Let's just say someone comes to me, they want to do a local SEO program, and they're in a competitive market, whatever it is, and I give them a quote. And, let's just say $2,000 a month, throw that out there for a simple number, right? And then they say, hey, okay, cool, thank you. I want to price this and ask some other business, and I implore you to go do that. Then they come back and they come back and say, hey, some guy said he could do it for $200, and I'm sorry, I cannot do it for $200. And then the reason being is because I understand it might take 15, 20, whatever hours to do this properly for you. But he said he could do it for 200, and I'm going to show up number one on Google for all these, keywords in competitive market. Well, they're basically telling you that they can do 20 hours of work in 2 or 3 hours. And that's impossible. So now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to do that, and you're going to do it for whatever amount of time, and you're going to waste that money because it's not going to work. Unless they're magical, and they can do that in that time, and more power to them if they can. You're going to waste that money that you pay for them to do it the wrong way. You're going to waste your time of the effort that you had to put into it, because it's a two-way street when it comes to any business, really. You have to put in your time and your feedback and that kind of stuff, and ask what they want. Then once that's all said and done, you're gonna have to hire the right company to do it the right way for the right price, and you're a year behind or whatever it is because of that time that you wasted. So you wasted the money of doing it the wrong way, you wasted your time that you can never get back, and you have to pay for it again. Think about that for anything. Think about that for, you get your house painted, you get a new fence put in, a new roof put in, whatever it is, and you get all these prices, and some guy comes in at 10% of the price of everybody else. Now, you go with it because it sounds good, but a year later, that paint's chipping. A year later, that fence is falling down. A year later, your roof's leaking again. So now, you wasted that money of paying the guy to do it wrong, or girl. You now have to do it again, pay the right person to do it right, which might be more money at that point because materials are even more because price went up, and your time that goes into it. I hate nothing more than my time being wasted. So whatever you're doing, whatever service or product or whatever it is, if you buy cheap, you are going to waste your time trying to get that straightened out and trying to fix that. So keep that in mind for anything. That being said, if you are a business owner and you're trying to be competitive with your price, and I understand that and you need to do that, and someone tells you that they can get something done for 10% of the price, and you feel compelled to try to maybe make that work. And now what you have to do is you're cutting corners. Now you're putting yourself into a bad situation. Now you're not being able to fulfill your obligations at 100% because you cannot operate at those levels of giving a good product or service, but not getting paid properly for that. So don't be afraid to say no to someone. Don't be afraid to say, hey, look, just isn't the right fit. I wish you the best, but I cannot do it for that price because I know what my labor cost. I know what my overhead cost. And I just cannot do that for you. And listen, good luck. This has to be amicable between both parties. And you need to understand that as a customer, and you need to understand that as a business owner. Because if not, you are both setting yourself up for failure and getting yourself into a business arrangement that is not going to work, because you're trying to get something for almost nothing or pay as little amount as possible for it, and that's what you're going to get in return, as little as possible. And as a business owner, you're putting yourself in a bad situation because you cannot fulfill your obligations properly, or you're going to lose money doing it. And both are very bad situations. So understand that. We live in crazy times right now. Everything's expensive. Know your worth, know your value, know what goes into something, doing it right, the right way. Because if you don't, then that's your reputation on the line as well. If you don't do it right and you don't fulfill someone's expectations, then now they're bad mouthing you. They're giving you the bad review. They're telling people you did a shit job, when really you should have never put yourself in that situation to begin with, because you knew it was going to be a nightmare, because they were paying you way less than what your worth was to do something the right way. So understand that, everyone. Understand that as a customer, understand that as a business owner. And it's very, very important to know that, and for us to do business the right way in this world with things being as crazy as they are. But that's it, guys. I went way over on my Fast Friday, but I wanted to put a couple different things together to make up for my absence, and that's it. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for joining.